Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Always, and welcome back to SevTech Ages. Ugh, lag. Welcome back to SevTech Ages, where lag is kind of normal. Eventually I will get upgrade on my computer and get more RAM, and that will make things better. But, today, we are back in this mod pack. I've been doing a lot of work, so last time we went ahead and we were over that direction. I had found a mob spawner with shadow beasts, which was kind of cool, and we were taking on the Shogoths. There is no E in that, and trying to work on getting Abyssal Craft so that we could get a statue to charge our Necronomicon. Now, as you can see, I've charged a little bit, but I've been looking a little at just kind of what we need for this energy pedestal, and we have everything we need except for this Corallium Pearl. And that is the hard part with all of this. So, we might look into that a little bit today. I don't know yet. Anyways, I made a wolf hood. Mine head broke. I went around, I went mining for a bit, so I've got a good bit of resources. A lot of tin, good bit of coal. I found so many pockets of coal. But yeah, I went ahead and went exploring. And I went this direction. I found not only a village, but also a dark oak forest, the mushroom biome thing. So we have some dark oak wood, which is really good. But I was looking for corallium, and that stuff is hard to find. What I might end up doing is going back up near the Darklands and seeing if there's not any there. But for now, we'll just kind of forget about it. It's okay. So, yeah. What's the plan for today? Well, we are needing to get further along. So, one of these days we will fight Bayhawk via the totemic ceremony and get a bow from him. Not too worried about that right now. We'll worry about that later. Everything else in here, though, is up for grabs, and kind of the thing that we need to do is get to the beneath. And the beneath requires demonic will, as well as monolith stones, gunpowder, coal dust, and dark oak fence, plus a blank teleporter, which requires 10 bronze, copper, apprentice blood orb, block of coal, and corallium. So we're going to need to find corallium soon. But kind of more pressing is we need to get into blood magic. So we need to capture some demonic will. And unfortunately for right now, the only way to do that is with a rudimentary snare. So we need some ash, which is it any sort of wood, or can I use planks? Looks like it has to be a full-fledged log. So let's grab, let's just grab a couple of these and we'll cook them up and get some stuff. We're gonna need some tin hammered down and made into ingots, and I think that'll be about it. So then the other thing that we're gonna need for this is string. I found some wolves who had killed some sheep, so we have some sheep stuff, some fleece. I don't think we have any string otherwise, so we're going to use this stuff. We can, if we had shears, actually it doesn't matter, we can use shears or the work tool to get 4 string, and we'll need some cotton, and I think something like that. There we go. So I have been working on getting a lot of different foods. Actually, is that how we make it? Yes. And then ashes in the middle. We'll make some snares. Now I don't know how good these are. I don't know much about this. But I do know that we cannot make any sort of sentient weapon, which is the thing that we're gonna want to use later. Until, well, later. So to get demonic will, we need to kill mobs, and we need to do it in a certain way. And one of the things you can do is use a syndicate sword. However, we either have to use iron swords, which we don't have, plus a tartaric gem. This is something we can actually make. It's not that bad outside of the shadow fragment, but again, we found a thing. This thing is not too terrible to make, so we could do that. But we'd also need a black quartz sword. So that's the only way to get to that as of right now. So let's just get started with all of this stuff. So we have the rudimentary snares. We're going to need those tonight. And that is the other thing, is we need to wait till it's night. So in the meantime, let's work on some other things. So aqueducts. Let's make some aqueducts. Now there are a bunch of aqueducts, and they all require some sort of block. Which, can we make sandstone? Yes, we can. Cool. Unless we have granite or diorite, we could use those as well. And we're going to need 3 blocks of clay. So yeah, we're going to make some aqueducts. And I realized that in order to get this, we're going to need the press. Do I have a press? I don't remember. Yes, I do. Cool. So we just need to throw that in there. We'll need to make some other things, but we'll get back to that soon enough. I did not mean to click him. Alrighty then, so yeah, that is weird. Anyways, this will press the clay into clay blocks, and then we'll be able to make what we need. So while we're waiting, let's just do that, get some polished diorite. And one more recipe's worth will do us good. So, yeah, we're going to be making aqueducts. Now, aqueducts are used to move water, and it's really the only way we can move water, like source blocks and stuff. Oh, not really the source blocks, but flowing water is really the only way we can move it as of right now. It's something that is kind of important, but not super important currently. If we choose to want to farm or something, we need running water. So that's kind of what this is for. But there we go. There are aqueducts, and we have to place one down. And there's the advancement. So that's cool. Doesn't actually unlock anything else, so it doesn't really matter. Let's just throw these in here because I don't want them anymore. And then the other thing that we're going to need to make, so aqueducts are done. We're also going to need to make a channel, porcelain channel. So we need some porcelain blocks. So we're going to need more white dye, flint, and clay. We're going to need 5 of each. I know I have some flint somewhere. At least I thought I did. One of these days I will actively kind of clean up everything. So flint we can get through gravel. And this guy, that is a charcoal block. That is fairly useful, but not really anything we need currently. And let's just make sure white dye. We can get it from bone meal. That will give us 2 in the millstone. And bone meal we can get in the millstone. Actually, we don't need it, so we'll just put this stuff in here. Smack it once. And let's go out searching for mobs. So in order to get demonic will, we need to snare the mobs and then kill them while they have like particle effects on them or something, I think. So blood magic has really changed since I've last used it. And that's not that big of a deal, other than I don't necessarily know what we're doing. So I don't think that worked. Let's weaken them and then snare them, because I think that will be a little bit better. As long as we are fighting zombies, should not be too much of a problem. There are a lot of zombies that just spawned. Let's get rid of the creeper. Ah! Alright. Well, worked for the most part. So let's kill these guys mostly. But I'm not seeing the like particles I think we're supposed to get. So I really don't know. I really don't know what we're doing. He's like almost dead. I really should. Hey, we got one. Cool. Never mind. I was like, I really should kind of see what we need. Mostly kill them and try, I guess, some more. That didn't work too well. Anyways, snare, kill, nothing. Okay. Let's just sleep right here. I know there's some stuff around, but we have the demonic will. We can get more relatively soon, I hope. That's the plan anyways. So let's head back to base and start working on some more stuff. So we need to grind up some white dyes for the porcelain clay, and we can kind of look at what else we have to do while we're working. So there are a bunch of creepers right there. Let's back up. Alright, so he's almost dead. Didn't give us anything. Alright, so there we go. We got some gunpowder at least. That's actually nice. There's a bunch of creepers over there. Hopefully there's nothing in our house. Our house is well lit, so that's good. Anyways, let's continue grinding this up. We have random junk we can get rid of. Need that. Put this stuff in there. Alright, so what we need to do currently is so we can now make a blood altar. And that's why we needed the demonic will. Now, I think it's going to use the demonic will, I think. But what are we going to need for Corallium pearls? Okay. We're going to need a lot of stuff. And it's going to be a pain. But we'll get there. Can we just grind this? Yeah, so because we don't need the extra one. Just do it this way. Because it's easier. It's a little quicker too. So let's get this stuff in here. And that will give us our porcelain clay, and we can start working on getting the rest of the stuff we need. So we're gonna need some stone. We're gonna need a furnace. Do we have some stone anywhere? Actually, don't know. Doesn't look like it. So I think we need 4 stone. We can luckily just put it on the grill and it will produce what we need. We need 2 bronze and then the demonic will. So nothing too difficult there. So once we have the stone, we can make the blood altar and start working towards making an actual blood magic thing. Now, blank slates are used to make runes, and it looks like we're just going to need a bunch of stone for that. So it looks vanilla-ish, and it's just stone. It is going to require a lot of LP, but I want to see. Weak blood orb is coagulated blood. So I believe we can get that. Coagulated blood from rotten flesh, that gives us 40. So we need 4 rotten flesh cooked up. So there's 3 and 4. So something that might be useful sooner rather than later is making the whoops, don't want to put the furnace in there, is making the dimension, the fighting dimension. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head. But let's go ahead and make this guy, and there's the blood altar. So that is yet another achievement, and now we could make the apple of lofty stature if we so choose. How bad is that to make? Apple of lofty stature. Oh, it's just okay. Okay, that's not too bad. It's just an apple. It's just an apple, so we'll make that. It'll be easy. But we do need to get blood some way. So we need sacrifice. Sacrificial dagger, as opposed to a dagger of sacrifice. So sacrificial dagger is what we need to use in order to kind of hurt ourselves to give blood to the altar. So it's 2 bronze and a sharp bone. Now, do we have a sharp bone still, or did I throw it away? I think I threw it away. And this guy is just... you smack a bone against the, you smack a bone against some stone, and you'll get it. So, cool, we got flaked bone. That's not oh, I know what happened. It's probably outside. Yep. Is there one out here too? At least the flake bone is. Okay, that's fine. Are these really useful for anything? We can make another compass. A bone axe. Could flake it more, or we can grind it down into some bone meal. And I think that's what I'll do. So let's get the channel before we start working on trying to get the dagger of sacrifice. Actually, we can go ahead and get that. It's not that hard. So there's the sacrificial dagger. We also have the Sanguine Santium, aka the manual, and that is super useful as well. So we'll get to that stuff in just a second. Let's go ahead and put that away. And let's make the channel. So that's all it is. Cool. So with that taken care of, let's go ahead and throw that away. Let's go get our blood altar set up. Just outside here, it doesn't really matter right now. We'll move it as needed. But we need to add some blood and an apple. And that is a tier 1 altar, which should be this. I just hope that I'm right on that. So, I guess we'll find out. Hey, I am. Cool. So let's eat so we can regenerate. And there is the apple of lofty stature. So I don't really want to eat that. I kind of like Stepisis currently. Maybe later we'll get rid of it, but that was easy enough to make. And that's really all we need right now. So one of these days we will need a parrot. That will become become apparent later, just because it's going to be useful for a couple of things. But let's get the coagulated blood. And to get this, it's 2,000. Alright, now can we make the divination sigil? How early can we make that? It is an alchemical array with redstone or ashes. Alright, ashes with a blank slate. So we just need a blank slate. But we do also need all this stuff. So it's a little bit more difficult. I know copper blocks. So let's get the Hellfire. What is it? Hellfire Forge. So we're going to need 4 more stone. Let's go ahead and just put all the stone on here. It will cook. It'll be slow, but it will cook. All 16. So we need a copper block for this, a bronze, and 2 tin. And we're also going to need some ashes. So let's grab some wood. And see, what else are we going to need? So the alchemical arrays are something that's a little bit weird. But we are going to need... let's go ahead and come over here. And give up some more blood. And get a thingy, a blank slate. That way we can get what we need when it comes to the other stuff. So that is everything we need for the Hellfire Forge. We can make that. And that just can go right here for now. Now the Hellfire Forge requires demonic will to work. But currently what we need for the divination sigil is some arcane ashes. So we just need some sort of demonic will or tartaric gem, which can contain the will, and gunpowder, ash, white, and charcoal. So white powder, we can get that in there. How are we doing? Hey, we have our first blank rune. Blank slate. So we're going to need 8 runes in order to kind of progress through all this stuff. So we are going to need ashes. We're going to need white dye. Let's go ahead. So go ahead and sleep tonight. We're going to need to get more demonic will. That is a little bit of a pain. But sooner rather than later, we'll be able to deal with that. So I guess one thing we can do real quick is... do I not have any more cobblestone? That's actually not that good. I swear I have a lot more. Evidently I don't. Swore I had a ton of cobblestone. We'll get more relatively soon, so it's not that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and start making the ashes. Alright, so we have the white dye powder. We can use that with ashes to get... okay, so we need charcoal, gunpowder, and that's pretty much it. So gunpowder, charcoal, we have a charcoal block, which we can use in a millstone or a grindstone. Let's use the grindstone because it's a little bit easier on me to get some, yeah, to get the charcoal pieces. And, you know, we'll put those in here. So if we do this, this, and then what's the last thing we need for the arcane ashes? Ashes. I knew that. Now, this should not do anything because it needs one more ingredient, and that's the demonic will. So we need to make more We need to make more snares. I always forget if it's left click or right click. And put that away. For that, we're going to need more string. So let's go get some more cotton. And I don't know if it works on non-hostile mobs or not, but we need to go exploring as well as some other things. So it doesn't matter too much. So let's just get everything kind of ready. And we can come over here. Put in coagulated blood, and that will make the blood orb sooner rather than later, but it'll take just a bit. So there's all the ashes. That can all go in there. Let's see, work, tool, cotton. There is 4 string. We can make some more snares. Not many, but some. And the last thing that I wanted to do was, let's go, I have a little bit of a mine over here, which, by the way, I found some coal that was really convenient. It's literally on the other side of this hill. So, where is this the opening? No, that goes down. So, well, we needed some cobblestone, so this is a great way to get cobblestone. Just do this. And we can get mostly up here. Alright, let's just switch this out. But yeah, there is some coal that is, let's see if that's there. It's right over here. There's a sample. Yeah, it's right down here. I made a little pillar. You can probably see it very briefly, but there's a bunch of coal right there, which is really nice considering my base is just on the other side of this. But yeah, I made a little bit of a pillar so I could see that a little easier. There's 2 entrances to that cave, so that's why I got a little confused, but do we have our weak blood orb? We do. So we have our first blood orb. And I think you can attribute it to yourself, and then we can start working on some other things. So let's go ahead and keep that here, as well as all this stuff. And what we need to do is, real quick, I want to set up something else. Let's see, get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And we're going to do this, I guess, right over here. So, 1, and if you look at the Necronomicon, at Rituals, getting started, so it's 2 blocks away in the cardinal direction, so something like there, 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 and then 2 blocks over, 1 down. 1, 2. That doesn't seem right. It's there. And then we shift right click on the center, and it does the ritual for Abyssal Craft. So basically, we can start setting up rituals for Abyssal Craft now. And we look at the Beneath Teleporter. Monolith Stone is easy, Gunpowder is easy, Coal Dust is easy enough. We just grind up some coal. The Dark Oak Fence, we have everything we need for that. I went ahead and chopped down a full tree, basically. And so we have like 60 dark oak. Let's go ahead and grind some of this up in here. And that'll give us the dark oak that we need. And then everything else is pretty easy. Demonic Will is a pain, but it will get better soon enough. But it's the blank teleporter that's a pain. So we need the apprentice blood orb with blocks of coal, 10 bronze and copper blocks, and then we also need a corallium pearl. And that is the trick. So, what I am going to go ahead and do, how's our nutrition? Protein is really high, fruit and veg not so much. So we're going to switch to veggies. We're going to take salmon with us, and we can eat plenty of fruits and veggies on our way as we go exploring. So where are we going to go exploring? I don't know yet. To be honest, I don't know. But we need to find like 3 or 4 corallium pearls, or at least enough stuff for that many. So if you take a look at the atlas, I think we're going to head up towards the Darklands, because that's someplace I really haven't explored much. I might go across the river and then head this way and then north. I think that'll be the best idea. But if we look at all of this stuff, the last thing we need to do is the hunting dimension. So until we get more stuff, we really can't do much more with blood magic and all that kind of stuff. So hunting dimension, we're gonna need a bunch of oak wood and stone swords. Okay, so we'll worry about that another time because I don't really feel like doing that right now. Actually, can we use dark oak? We certainly can. You know what? That is something I think we can do. So I don't know if it's going to use the sword or not, but let's grab some dark oak. Let's make a cobblestone sword. And it does. Alright, so we're going to need like 2 more. And 1 more. Oh, hey. We did most of what we needed to do. So 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need 1 more recipe's worth, I do believe. So let's just do that. And we're not going to set this up or anything yet. Let's just put it away for now. It's just something that we're going to have access to later. So, it is time for me to go exploring, and that is not the best thing to do while recording. So, I'm going to end the episode off here. I'm going to go find some corallium. I've heard that the best way to find it is underwater. There is a spot right in the middle there that looks different. We're going to go look at that real quick. But, yeah, just right there looks different. I don't know why. But what we can do is come down here. And hit just spam the dowsing rod, and it doesn't seem to do anything. So I will tell you guys what, I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode off here. I'm gonna do some explorations and whatnot, see if I can't find anything worthwhile, and next time hopefully we can kind of progress through the rest of blood magic and maybe even get the beneath portal, question mark. Don't know yet, but I'm going to try to get some more demonic will, as well as just kind of explore to get whatever I can possibly get. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!